Okay, here for side 2. One note about side 1 that I didn't get to in the first video is because this whole top layer was waxed off, I was able to wipe away all of this excess glaze and get a really crisp line where that wax stops. You can do it prior to waxing, but you might mess up some of the glaze, whereas the wax just makes a really nice penetration into that glaze to protect it so that you can just get a nice crisp line. So here's my second side. I have already dipped it in yellow salt, and then once that dried, I covered it in wax. For this method, we're going to be talking about Mishima again. We talked a little bit about it with slips. This is just going to be another way that we can do that now in the bisque stage. So like I said, I've got glaze that was dried, and then a coat of wax that has dried. And so I'm going to go ahead and find something to draw into the surface. I can use a pen, a needle tool, a stick, something with a big line, little line. Kind of depends on what sort of texture you want to go for. So there's a lot of possibilities. And really you can even use a variety of tools to try and get some different line weight here, which could be really nice as well. So this one's got kind of a nice variety of, one side's kind of like a thicker needle tool, and then the other side's a little bit more pointed. So I can go ahead and just start drawing into this. And again, if I probably couldn't pre-draw in here, never mind. So I just want to start carving into this. And I want to make sure that I'm carving through the wax and the glaze, which really shouldn't be too difficult. So now if you can see that, I've got some imagery down. And I can go ahead and start filling in these lines with some glaze. So I just got a little bit of the black glaze right here. And I'm just going to do this with a brush just to try and kind of minimize some of the mess making. And I kind of went more of kind of a drawing of some things, but you could certainly think about this more, again, kind of pattern oriented if you want. And I'm just going to let that glaze seep into the recessed carve areas. You can kind of see it pooling up the same way. Okay, so I've got all my areas covered, and now I'm just going to let this dry, and then I will wipe away as much of the glaze that's on the wax. You can see it kind of beating up in a lot of those areas, so that'll be really easy to clean up. And then once this is dry, I'll clean that up, dry it, and then I will wax over this black glaze and move on to the third side.